Realtor Doctors live show. We are back. Mikey.
We are back.
Welcome. Live show number 2. How's everyone doing out there, you guys? Wherever you're viewing this, potentially on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, anywhere on the interweb, you're going to get the best experience if you guys go to our YouTube channel. The link we're going to throw in the chat right now. So if you want the best user experience, go to the YouTube. Is that right?
100%.
A little bit of housekeeping. Second thing, you guys, anything that we do or have access to, you're going to see rolling across the bottom of the screen for the next hour. So go ahead and take that bit.ly link, plug it into your computer, and start working on all of the things that we do. So here we are. We're back. Week 2.
Number 2, sponsored by Batch.
Sponsored by Batch Skip Tracing, you guys. We're at the nicest studio in the entire valley, probably west of the Mississippi. And here's our only goal, is to deliver so much value to realtors that are trying to figure out how to make more money, have more time, have a better business, and a better life, dare I say?
I mean, I think that it equates to a better life.
I agree. So, hey, here's how you can be part of the show. You guys, this is a live call-in show. So if you want to give us a call, Alex, producer, can I get the phone number that they call? I keep forgetting it. I'm going to learn it soon enough.
Yeah, we're going to.
And you guys are going to call right into this. So if you guys see me looking at my
be.
phone, I am not distracted. I am just, I'm waiting for calls. 480-769-9376. Again, that is 480-769-9376. We are the Realtor Doctors. This is our live call-in show. Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
All right.
Let's start with, where's the ticker? What's the first thing? So we have a little, tracker on the side here, guys.
Be part of the show.
Be part of the show. That's one. 1 mile niche tactic I want to teach you, and we're going to. Top 50 tactic I want to teach you. But I want to skip ahead, and I want to put you on the spot here, Mikey.
All right.
The direct to seller script. Miguel, can you tell the people how many houses you've bought direct to seller over the phone the last 48 hours?
2.
2 houses. Can I get a prayed up? Can I get a prayed up? Can I get Virgin Mary?
Money.
Can I, stay prayed up, baby. Virgin Mary falling from God. Mikey, you bought 2 houses in the last 2 days over the phone.
Yep.
Let's break it down. Let's break it down for the people. If you guys have questions specific to how he did it, that's what we're here to answer.
Well, before we get into the script, let's talk about how we got the lead.
Tell me. This was
I
you.
will. Well, batch leads, pre-foreclosure list, pulled it, skip traced it, got the numbers into a dialer.
Love it.
And I'm coaching some people on how to cold call. So I was making the cold calls myself. And I even have the audios recorded.
Guys, so in our free Facebook group, Realtor Doctors, and then in our paid coaching that's coming out soon, you're going to actually be able to see these live phone calls. We're pretty smart. That's not true, but we're smart about this.
Yeah, we know how to do this one thing really good.
And so we were thinking, when we make these live calls, let's record them, because there's going to be so much value in them that we can then share with all of our people. So you guys, we actually have these phone calls live recorded where you can hear Mikey Angel clipping these deals.
So,
okay, keep going.
No,
all right. So batch account.
Batch account, batchleads.io.
And then you pulled what list?
Pre-foreclosure.
Simple. Guys, batch leads, pre-foreclosure, zing, zing, ping. Okay, then what?
Then put them in a dialer. I use batch dialer.
Hey, you're getting me hot. Let's go. Keep going.
And then started calling them.
Okay, so you start calling.
Yeah.
On a pre-foreclosure list, what does that call feel like and sound like?
The exact same as any other regular cold call. Like you...
But I've always heard pre-foreclosure has more tension.
It does. It does. But if you address, like, later on in the conversation, you can address the elephant in the room.
Which is, guys, on pre-foreclosure, you have to understand, the elephant in the room is that the bank is going to take their home in X amount of days, right? So there's a timeline. There's something that they're up against, that there's some real motivation here that they either got to get caught up on payments or they need to sell this thing.
And they're in denial, majority.
Explain that.
So the majority of the people, when you call them, and especially when you're calling pre-foreclosures, they know why you're calling. They're getting, it's the lowest of the lowest hanging fruit, and they know why you're calling them, right? So the first thing they'll say, it's not for sale, I fixed it with a lender, loan modification, whatever. 99% of it's a lie. And they're just denying. You would be amazed at how many people actually go and lose their house in foreclosure when you have people presenting a solution in front of them.
And they just won't take
And they
it.
just won't do it. It's insane.
Okay, so you get on these calls, what does the language sound like?
So when I first opened the call, I tried to sound a little bit more different than others, and kind of like a little bit confused. Not confused, but to the fact where I'm struggling.
Can I add a piece to this?
Just a little bit.
You guys, so me and Miguel both buy houses at a high level, but we do it in somewhat different ways. Miguel went through a certain sales training that has like tactics, I guess.
It's different.
It's a sales system. Here's my perspective on the system, and it works. Let me just say, Miguel is probably the best home buyer, direct to seller, than anyone I've ever met. But I can't even listen to his calls because he like sounds dumb. Right? He'll be like, well, this is probably not even, I'm like,
so there's a saying: be an idiot in their world, but a genius in yours. Right?
Okay, so you guys, I just want you to hear the way he does it is so brilliant, but it's opposite of the way my brain works.
But it's simple.
It's like, so good, but it's
like, let's say I call you like
saves him.
Like ring ring.
Oh, this is Templeton.
Hey Templeton, this is Miguel. I'm sorry, I probably caught you at a bad time.
No. What do you need?
Oh well, I was calling real quick. And I know you get a lot of these calls and it's annoying, but I was calling in regards to 123 Main Street. I'm guessing you're not the owner.
No, I own that property. What's going on?
Oh, got it. Well, perfect. Well, I was just calling real quick. I know, again, this is probably a long shot, but I'm just buying a couple houses around in the area, and I know the answer's probably no, but any interest in selling that property?
Well, it's funny you ask. Well, how'd you get my number?
Oh, dude, that's public records, actually. I went into public records and got the number from there. I mean, I'm sorry, was I not supposed to call you?
No, well, I mean, I guess I have thought about selling. What can you pay me?
Honestly, I don't know. That's a very hard question for me to answer up front because I've never seen the house. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions just to kind of see if we're a good fit?
Sure.
And just to be fully upfront, 9 out of 10 times we're never a good fit.
Okay. That doesn't sound good.
I know, but typically when we buy homes, it's typically from people that are in financial distress or just need to sell their house quick or they need to relocate, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm guessing none of those apply to you?
No, I mean, I need to sell.
Oh, okay, got it. All right. Well, and then, okay, so that's the first part.
Okay.
So that's how you open the conversation. And what I mean, I try to be a little bit differently, act confused. Like if I call you like, hey, Temp, like, is this Templeton? Yes. Yeah. Are you the owner of 123 Main Street? Yes. Would you be interested in a cash offer?
Can I give people my difference on that?
Yeah.
So like how I have a way different script in the sense of I'm just going to call right away and I want to find out two things. Am I speaking to the right person and are they willing to look at an offer?
Mm-hmm.
So I never ask the question, are you the owner? I use assumptive language.
Which is good.
Go, hey, Miguel, this is Templeton. I'm calling about 123 Main Street. I just did two things. You're going to identify, are you the person? And are you the person on the house? If you say yes, I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid and be like, Miguel, I'm calling because I buy houses in the area. I want to make a cash offer on your property. Is that something you'd look at?
Yep.
So then I get to the meat. I like it that way. But what I like about Miguel's, and it's proven to be a much better tactic because he buys more houses direct to seller over the phone than me. He also does more of that activity than I do. But you end up getting the same information with more rapport.
Yes, well there's the first step. It's always like in every sales process, bonding and rapport, but a lot of people mistake bonding and rapport with like, oh, that's a great family picture or whatever. The reality is what I'm trying to establish is sound different on the phone. I'm trying to, like, if you're in pre-foreclosure, they're listening to calls. Like, they're getting calls and they're hanging up on people. The moment I start my conversation with a little bit different tonality, probably caught you at a bad time. Like, I know you get these calls a lot. They're like,
yeah, you're being understanding.
No one says that. Like, let me see what this guy has to hear.
Let me give the viewer some perspective because I'm assuming all of you guys are real estate agents or investors. And if you're not a realtor, you should absolutely become a realtor so you can start to deliver a menu of options to sellers. But let me just give you some high level perspective of why these calling as an investor makes so much sense. You guys, pre-foreclosure is a little different because it has a timeline, but we always call as an investor because you really want, when you call someone as a realtor with like some dusty butt fairy script or something like that, and I don't mean to hate, but like, hey, circle prospecting, I saw that you just, sold your house, chances are there's 3 other homes in the neighborhood that are gonna go up for sale, does that happen to be you? Like that circle prospecting script as a realtor, you guys, there's no real shiny hook there. It's not great. we would challenge you, and what we teach is that all realtors should be calling as investors, because you are an investor. You are an active home buyer if you start thinking and looking through the right lens. And then what happens is 9 out of 10 sellers that say yes, once we do some discovery with them, we realize their home is beautiful and they have time. And that's when we say, guys, this should go to market.
Yep.
As much as we'd love to pay you 300 grand for the house, sounds like it's beautiful, or we'll get pictures or FaceTime or set the appointment. And once we realize it's beautiful, we're going to genuinely serve them and be like, guys, there's extra money here. You should go make it.
Yeah, and since you're not shoving that down their throat.
But most realtors never even get to that conversation because they got hung up on, or they never got the seller to even let them get to their pitch because they were fishing with the wrong hook on the front end. The right hook on the front end is to be a buyer. I want to buy your house. And when they say, yes, I'm interested, that's when you go into discovery and present your menu of options,
Correct.
Cash being one of them. So back to your pre-foreclosure list. Pre-foreclosure, you guys, we're probably not going to go take listings there so much because it's time sensitive.
But sometimes you will.
We have.
Yeah.
We have. But I would say more so it ends up being a faster and more immediate transaction.
Correct.
So the house you bought yesterday, let's break that one down first. So you buy that one.
Can we go back to the script just so we finish that with the
I'm
audience?
sorry.
No. And
I just want them to understand why they're presenting as an offer first, because they might be thinking, I'm a realtor. Why am I offering? You
That is
got to
true.
understand.
Okay.
You are offering because you are genuinely going to become an investor.
Yeah.
And listing is one of the options. It's typically the pivot that you're going to pivot to, as opposed to just going in listing.
well, that's exactly what we teach, right? Like, as an agent, you need to learn how to become an acquisition agent or layer an acquisition company on top of your agency
It's
business.
literally what we teach with Realtor
It's literally.
Doctors, guys.
So, yes.
Can we get a flame? Can we
Yeah,
get some
let's get a
flames on that?
flame or something.
That's a great point. Great point, guys. Get ready for this. Oh, that was a
Oh,
money
that was
bomb.
a money bomb.
That's what happens when you join Realtor Doctors, by the way. But I want some flames. Dude, do we have flames?
We have this.
Oh, hot deal alert. Okay, let's break down the hot deal after
All right.
you get through the script.
No,
a little
yeah,
more.
no. But anyways, listing is an exit strategy. Offer is another exit strategy, and then you can go flip it, rent it, whatever. All right. The purpose of a cold call, when you're calling a pre-foreclosure or whomever you're calling, one of the things that a lot of people try to do is like, oh, I'm on the phone with them. I'm going to stay on the phone with them for a long time. The reality is the main purpose of cold calling is lead generating. You want that lead, and then you want to nurture that lead. You're not going to close that lead over the phone the first time you call, especially if it's a pre-foreclosure. So what you want to do is ask the four pillars of a motivated seller. Condition of the home, and these are none in a particular order. Condition, timeline, price, motivation. Right? We know their motivation in this case is pre-foreclosure.
Condition, time,
Timeline, like how soon they need to
Price.
sell. Price, motivation.
guys. Those are the 4 pillars.
So you
We
ask
also
those
got
questions.
Our first call that came in. We missed it though.
All right. You ask those questions, get info, and then you add that lead to your CRM, and then
Okay.
you start setting up you finish asking those questions, and then part of the script is setting up expectations. Hey, all right, Mr. Seller or Templeton, is it okay if I give you a call tomorrow or the day after or whatever you agree with him, and then we can go from there? And that's it.
Yes.
That's
love
not
it.
rocket science.
So real quick, we're going to put a pin in that because this is a live call-in show. Can I get the live number up there? We actually got our first call in, but I was so entranced in Mikey's sales skills that he was teaching us. We missed the call, but this is our buddy out in San Diego, licensed realtor, Steve Soriano. He was a professional basketball player in Mexico for 15 years. He's a stud. I'm hoping he was calling about Realtor Doctors and not just... you're on Realtor Doctors Live?
Oh gosh, I made it through to the 2 goats.
You're through. I was just telling everyone that we have a licensed realtor in San Diego, also owns a painting and contracting company, professional basketball player, 15 years, can't guard me, but we love him. Can't finish full sake bottles at dinner. Steve Soriano, what's your question? We love you.
Listen, man, that's all true. Everything about that is true, sadly. But yeah, I just want to call in and just I love what you guys are doing, man. You guys been counting down the minutes till you guys finally started your own little thing with information, because I've been around the world and seen all the gurus that you talk about in Phoenix, and man, there's only a few that really know what they're doing and really do high volume, and so that's you guys. So I just want to make sure and let everybody that's listening, let them know that this is coming from.
Can we get up?
We appreciate it. Can we get some prayed up? Can we
Prayed
get
up,
can we
prayed
get
up,
some
prayed
Virgin Marys falling? God dang, I love you, Steve. Virgin Mary, stay prayed up, baby. Well, dude,
Thank
we
you,
appreciate you. What are you seeing out in San Diego right now? Are you liking the market? Is it
Yeah,
still?
man, it's actually it's going pretty good. It's nothing. It was a year and a half ago. It was absolutely just craziness, and you could sell your house for pretty much whatever you wanted. But now everything's kind of normalized. Everyone's worried about the rates, but buyers and sellers are both kind of equaling out, and it's been pretty good. It's been pretty steady.
Good, man. Well, you guys, if you guys don't follow Steve
Guys are right
Soriano
here.
online, he buys houses in San Diego County and all in Southern California. So if you ever have a great deal, make sure you send it over to Steve. He's also a great realtor. So if you need representation out there in San Diego, Steve, you're a friend of the pod.
Love you,
I
Steve.
appreciate it,
Good,
guys.
good to hear your voice.
One last thing before I go. Your guys' golf games are never going to get to mine.
Oh, stop.
Hey,
We'll
can
get
we
there.
make
we
the hand
slap him?
slap? Make the hand slap. This isn't slapping us. Slap Steve. Whap. You just got slapped on live TV. All right, we love you, bud.
Get
You
at
guys
it.
are the best, bro.
All right,
Okay,
later,
thanks, man. Bye.
Later, bro.
Dude,
That's
I
awesome.
love the features, guys. We got to give a shout out to Phil and Alex, who are
And Liv.
behind the scenes, and Liv, who gave us those triangle dancers in the front. You guys, this is magic behind the scenes, right? We just got to be show ponies. The lights click on, and we start clacking our heels, baby, and that's all we got to do. There's so much that goes into this, so we appreciate you. Okay, that was such a good call by Steve, you guys. If you have anything in San Diego, he's a great resource for you. Okay, so we're on the script. You just contracted the house.
Yep.
What did that seller, when a seller agreed to sell you the one yesterday, which was, I think you got it for 200,000, it's worth around 300 to 320.
Yep.
What were his 4 pillars, and how did you navigate that?
Here's in this situation, I didn't even bring up the fact that he was in foreclosure. Like, he was just motivated to sell. He said he needed to sell. Why am I going to go tell him, like, you're in foreclosure? Like,
He knows.
he knows, right? Like,
That's a great point, you guys. When you're calling pre-foreclosure, don't be rubbing salt in the wound. They know the situation they're in. You're going to have the best chance if you call with a heart of like service. Like, hey, what's
Yeah,
going on?
exactly.
What's going on? How can we help? Okay,
Exactly.
so keep going.
then condition, that's why we were able to contract the home. The condition of the home, he sent me pictures. Great condition. Like, live-in ready,
So
move-in ready.
so Mike, in your menu of options, did you say, hey,
I did tell him that.
let's take a look at listing. Like, why wouldn't you list this? And
I
what did
asked
he
him,
say?
like, okay, so I asked him, hey, curious, like, your house is beautiful. Like, why don't you go list it? And he's like, hey, I want to get out of here in 30 days. Like,
Okay.
that market is slow. It's in Stafford, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, the honest truth is, like, I want to be out of Stafford. I'm not from here. I want to leave. So he's like, he even said he's talked to a couple realtors, but this is the option that works for him.
And you guys, I think this is so important when you're talking with sellers. Not everyone wants more money. Some people want more convenience. They will take that convenience in the form of equity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great piece of language that you guys should have is, hey, are you willing to trade some of your equity for the convenience?
Yeah.
And not everyone is just trying to sell for top dollar, but they have to understand if they're going to get cash in that convenience, there has to be a spread there for the investor.
100%. And the reality is, like, I told him, like, hey, like, if I go buy this, I'm going to go make money. That's what I do for a living. That's how we feed our families, et cetera, et cetera. So you have to understand that my offer is going to be way low than what your house is worth.
I love it.
And we both agreed. Like, he said, like, I think my house is worth around 280 to 300. Pick it
We
up.
have a live caller coming in. Realtor Doctors.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Are y'all still live?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, you're
live. You
live.
are on the internet right now. Is this Yvette?
Yeah, it's Yvette from Instagram.
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
We're doing amazing. We're crushing the live show. Energy's at a 10. I know you're going to bring the heat. What's your question?
Thank you.
What are your symptoms?
Yeah, what are your
my-
symptoms?
my husband-
Sorry.
what are my symptoms? Okay, so me and my husband invest here in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
I'm a real estate agent. I'm also a licensed broker. And what we do is we buy rentals. So
Perfect.
I like what you guys are offering.
Thank you.
And one of my main questions was, after you get the batch leads and you start doing cold calling, what's the easiest and quickest way to get a buyer's list for like the end buyer if I choose to wholesale the deal that I find?
Oh, great question. Okay, so in batch, so you're going to be able to pull your acquisition list, right? Like pre-foreclosure. You can even pull every realtor. You can pull as much front-end data as you want to acquire the deal is going to be inside a batch. So like you have that piece down. To your question is like, all right, now temp, once I get a deal, and if I want to move it on, how do I find that end buyer, correct?
Don't worry about that.
Perfect. So are you going to show it on the screen here?
No,
Miguel?
no. I'm just making a note for next show.
So here's what in batch. So let's just say you contracted a property vet on 123 Linda Lane. You're going to be able to pull that subject property inside of batch, and then you can draw an exact perimeter around it and say, I want every cash buyer within the last 6 months, 12 months. You can even filter by how many assets they own. Like you can get really granular with the way you want these end buyers to be. And you just run this quick filter. And let's just say 123 Linda Lane, it's going to end up having 40 results. You skip trace that list real quick, which is going to cost you like, I don't know, 12 bucks, 17 bucks. But you're about to go dispo a property potentially for 20, 30, 40,000 bucks, right? So you're happy to pay it. You're like, perfect. What you just did there is you found every cash buyer that is proven to us in the last 6 to 12 months that they pay for cash for houses in the exact pocket you're in. And then you just call them. And the script is, hey, vet, or, hey, vet, it's Templeton. I got a property on 123 Linda Lane. It's right down the street. And you're going to know the house that they just bought. It's right down the street from Gary Lane, which you just bought 3 months ago. This is a very similar price and product. And I was wondering if you're looking for another project. And that's your script. So now your disposition, it's so clean, it's so simple, and then you're not married to like what a lot of these people, they're married to these dispo houses in town. I don't know if you have that in Houston. Is there like a main person that like sells a lot of deals?
No, I mean, we have found some. I mean, my husband has sold wholesale before.
Okay.
So what he has done is basically joined the investor groups on Facebook and stuff.
Perfect. So this is going to be way more sniper instead of like shotgun approach. Facebook groups and posting on your socials, you can definitely go find buyers that way. But this is going to be like the exact cash buyers that just bought next to your subject property. And then you just run your math. I would always suggest try to leave enough meat on the bone for them to go do well. But while you're still, making the fee that you want to make. And it's pretty simple. So as you contract, you'll just go. And then here's a kind of 2.0 level, save all those cash buyers in a master database. So if you ever can't get someone, like that way you have all that data. Just because they bought in that pocket doesn't mean they won't buy in another part of the city. So on your next deal, your dispo person, or if it's you personally, call every one of those people and be like, hey guys, got a new deal. And then you can also put it in, what's the text platform we use, Miguel?
Investor Lift?
We have Investor Lift, but like you could use Text Magic or like Go High Level. If you put that whole list in there, you could just text it to everyone and say, hey guys.
I mean, she can probably do that from her CRM, unless it's like 1,000 people. And then tag
Miguel's
them as
saying
buyers.
you could probably do that on your CRM. But
Launch
let's
control.
just say
Launch control
is really good. That's a software. But essentially what I'm saying is if you didn't want to personally call all those people, which I highly suggest because you tend to make more money and sell better deals.
It's just more work.
It's just more work. If you just wanted to put your deal in a text and say, hey guys, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 123 Linda Lane, 1,100 square feet, offering it for 180,000. COE is this date, and then you just put all your terms in there, and then you can disposition the property that way.
Got it.
Just to add to that, the reality is when, like, we buy a lot of homes here in Maricopa County, the Phoenix metro area, and every day I get random texts, like from random numbers with a deal, and to be completely honest, I rarely look at them because I don't know the person that's texted me, and I have people saved up in my phone like as like John Doe wholesaler, and when they text me a deal, I'm looking at it because I've hopped on the phone with them, we've built a relationship, and the chances are of me underwriting that deal are way higher. Remember, the number one, one of the things that, can I grab this?
Yeah.
So remember, just like lead generation and all that, like you have KPIs, the number one KPI for dispositions or the key performance indicator that you need is you want a buyer to underwrite your deal. You don't want to you text 100, let's say you text 100 buyers, but you want 100 to underwrite it, right? Like that's the main metric. Like how many buyers are you going to get to actually go into a computer, underwrite your deal and make you an offer? And if you call them, like chances are like very, very high.
Got it.
So
Got it.
Yvette, for
All right,
us,
guys, thank you so much.
no problem. Just to iterate on that just a little more, there's a lot of guys and gals that will be like, oh, I have a list of 5,000 buyers. But like if no one's looking at the deal and actually underwriting to Miguel's point, then it doesn't matter. We sell our deals
Right.
to the same 150 people most of the time because they know we sell good deals and we've built that. And once you build it once, you don't have to rebuild it. So make those personal calls on the front end, sell good deals, and then this will get so much easier to sell deals in year 2, 3, 4, and 5 and beyond.
To start, there should also be like Temp said, disposition companies like where you can go and joint venture. If you put a little bit of effort into searching who those really good disposition companies are, that could also help you in the short time frame. But long term, definitely do what Temp said.
Okay, and then my last question is, when you build relationships with other agents, when they have these distressed listings or off-market listings, because they don't even put on the market, do you normally just pay them the regular, like a 3%, something standard within that area commission, and then
Every
add
deal
your wholesale
varies.
fee to that, and then sell it to the end buyer? Is that how that works?
So it really varies. Hey, Nick, if you're calling in right now, we're going to call you back after this call. Nick Titano, we're calling you back. So Yvette, to your question, we'll say, hey, what do you guys want to make on this? Like, what are you looking for? Because a lot of realtors, that's like, we get 70% of our deal flows from realtor relationships. We'll say, hey, what are you guys looking to earn? They've already put their fee on there, or maybe they want to represent both sides, or maybe they just want 3%. So we'll let them kind of name it. And then if they go, I don't know, what do you want to do? We'll say, well, what do you want to make? And if we know it's a wholesale deal that's 20 grand, we'll split that with them. Or if they say, hey, I need to make $5,000 and I'm happy, great, we'll give you 5 grand. We kind of let them name their fee, and then we know if it works for us or not. And if they're asking for too much, then we'll just walk the deal backwards to a spot that makes sense for everybody.
Got it. Perfect answer. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Yvette. Great to meet you, and thanks for all the support. And
Let's put
thanks
some
for calling.
prayers up.
Hey, can we get some Virgin Marys falling? Sorry, on the live show. We're about to stay prayed up, baby. All right. Hey, Yvette. Nice to meet you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. Now let's call Nick.
Titano.
Dude, I like this live calling.
Yeah.
You guys, we're gonna get earpieces and like spend some money on that.
Yo,
You're on the Realtor Doctor live show.
what's going on?
What's up, brother? Dude, what do you got? What are you thinking?
So, I'll make
What-
a long story short.
What are your
But can you guys hear me?
symptoms? Yeah, what are your symptoms?
Well, my symptoms are I work full time for a property management company, Tuesday through Saturday, 8 to 6 ish.
Okay.
A new realtor, brand new wholesaler, and I have my lunch break.
What
to-
market
to
are you in?
market.
What market you
I'm
in?
in Seattle, the
In
suburbs of Seattle.
Okay,
Okay.
Seattle. Okay.
Yep. And I'm like, hey, should I just get a list and cold call during that hour? Should I, ringless voicemail? I'm just trying to figure out the best use of my time so I can sell enough deals to stop working full time
What?
and
So,
just go full on.
couple questions here that we got to unpack. What's your, if you don't mind me asking, what's your burn rate every month? How much money do you need every month to live?
Probably about 65.
So about $6,500 is your burn rate, and your current gig is giving you
Enough to live by.
enough to live on that. Is there any extra?
No extra.
Okay, so it's pretty
I
much
mean, I
covering
can spend
costs.
about $200 for marketing.
Okay.
Okay, so that was where I was leading to. Is there any budget for marketing? It's about $200.
Yeah, and maybe like a starting out like 500,
Okay.
Perfect. So
but monthly 200. Yeah.
I'd go get on the batch leads monthly.
Yep.
There's a 99 and then there's a 299. I'd go in the morning, right? Like anything that is worth it in your life is gonna go. You're gonna have to like get the train moving, and it's gonna be a grind. Like I know
Sure.
for me, when I was a first early realtor, I'd work from 5 a.m. till noon at a gym as like the towel boy up front, and I was like a grown man at this point, making like $9 an hour. But that schedule allowed me to put food on the table for Denise and the kids. And then from
Yeah.
noon until I fell asleep, I did real estate. So there's really no easy way around the amount of work you're going to have to do. But I would say admin and texting in your batch account. I would do any sort of admin stuff prior to work because it's still pretty early. It's going to be hard to call
For
people.
sure.
On the lunch break, I am eating and calling. Would you agree, Mike?
Yep.
I'm eating and
Well, I can
calling.
eat on the road. I can eat
Okay,
on the road.
so
I'll
then,
call.
all right, then, hey, sandwich on the road, baby. Just keep your eyes on the road, be safe. But outside of that, lunch hour is a really solid call. And then when you get off of work, I would do any follow up. And if you have the energy, I would do some more calling. Would you add anything to that, Mike?
Yeah, I would. So that's one great strategy. I think another good strategy is I would start going to meetups in your market where you have a lot of like
But he only has Sunday, Monday off.
Man, well, but
So-
dude,
so
meetups
let
are
me
like
just add a
7.
little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Sunday, my wife and I pastor a church.
Oh,
Okay,
that's amazing.
that's
Sunday-
amazing,
Hey, can
man.
we get some Virgin Mary's phone? We got a pastor on the
Virgin
phone,
Mary's on the
baby.
way.
Hey, stay prayed up.
So Sundays, I'm like, okay, church till 1, and then if I can get an open house in, then I try to do it. And then Mondays are Sabbath, so we don't do any work on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's kinda- right now.
Well, man, okay, so Temp gave you great advice based on your schedule. The one thing I would add is try to find local meetups in your market that are maybe after you finish. Hey,
that?
Tanner Neep, we'll call you
Tanner,
back.
we're calling you next.
After you finish work, like try to go to a meetup, and if like those $200-300 are valuable, what I would do is I would look for the biggest realtors in town or wholesalers in town or people that run a big acquisition company, and maybe get the data from them, and offer to give 50% of the deal. Like, hey, if I get something, like I'll give you guys 50%. Always, you got to lead with value because they're gonna give you something that they paid for, right? And then your only expense is batch styler, which is $99 a month, and then you're calling that data as like
And call with the script that we just went over, right? Like
Yeah.
just like you're calling as an investor, not a realtor. It will lead to realtor business, but now your script is way more punchy and like potent.
yeah. So now your marketing budget is $99. You can get batch leads, but I think if you're 200-300, you're gonna have to skip trace some addresses, and that's gonna run up. So I would rather figure out where to get data.
If you get batch leads and use code TEMP at checkout, they're going to give free skip tracing and half off.
Oh,
Guys,
you
if you
repeat that?
if you go to batch skip tracing and use code temp, you're gonna get skip tracing at half. Batch leads, you're gonna get free skip tracing
and 50% off
and 50% off. Yes.
for the first 1,000 leads, right?
250 free skips a month.
250 free skips.
a
So you
month.
can go
Let's
like
value.
pre-foreclosures, dude. Lowest hanging fruit, right? Like go to that. But if you have time to call more people, go get data from someone, share them, like give them a piece of the pie, the majority, lead with value. And dude, you're a manager of your time, right? Like whenever you have time, go make calls. 2 great books.
sure.
The One Thing by Gary Keller,
Yep.
and number 2, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Those 2 books will get you dialed, and you'll get a deal here soon.
Dope.
Dude, I love that you're thinking this way. I think what's really cool, man, is your burn rate's low enough. With what we do, we're so blessed that there can be really big wins. If we can get you structured to just a deal or 2 a month, which is very, very doable, you can kind of get off. Imagine what you can do with all those hours back, right? But we just we got to show you month 1, month 2, month 3, month over month that you can go do 15, 20 grand a month. You'll have some savings and some burn rate, and then you can go, then you're playing free, you're out there every month like, oh, I have a little bit of bandwidth.
And brother, I used to make calls on Sunday, so I mean, you can make calls on Sunday.
I don't mind. I
Then
don't mind
then
Sunday
there you
at all.
go. Like after church, man, you have 1 to 8. There's 7 hours that you can
Yeah,
dial.
and when you're filled with the Spirit, your voice going to come through nice.
You know.
Can I get some Virgin Marys? When you're filled with the Spirit, people are gonna not be able to help themselves. All right, brother, dude, it's great to
You
meet.
guys are the best.
Dude, we appreciate your support, and if you ever need anything, just holler.
Yep, we'll stay connected online.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
All right, we got Tanner. We're calling Tanner back. Guys, we got some great calls going here. People learning about, and a lot of people don't know that that's where you find your end buyers, you guys, is on batch.
Yeah.
Templeton.
Tanner, welcome to Realtor Doctors Live. I got my best friend Mikey here as well.
What's going on, Mikey?
What's up, Tanner?
Mikey
what
Angel.
are your symptoms?
Tanner, yeah, what are your symptoms? You got a little fever?
So these are my symptoms right now. I am wanting to get into purchasing homes and getting into the point to where we're doing flips.
Okay.
I have a contractor that does really good work and great quick turn times. He's actually a home builder too.
Okay.
My problem is I don't know where I'm supposed to be in order to, one, get the deals. Me and another friend of mine at one point 2 years ago were door knocking and putting flyers out and doing all that. We didn't really have a whole lot of success.
Okay.
Mainly because of the fact that I do currently work more than full-time job, and my focus, my primary income is from there.
Okay.
But I want to start getting into the flipping game. What is your advice?
I like it. What market are you in?
I'm in Arizona, Phoenix.
Ooh.
Oh.
I had the ability to hear you sing at the 40 under 40.
Oh, thank you guys. Can I
Get-
just
get-
say real quick? I emceed this 40 under 40 event, and I think I did a fantastic job. But during it, the tone of the evening was, hey, us as realtors, our industry's under attack. We need to band together. Everyone needs to like do their part, take self-agency, and be great. This reminded me of Michael Jackson's song, I'm starting with the man in the mirror, right? So it just clicked for me. So to finish the night, I was like, hey guys, I wrote you all an original song, and then I sang Man in the Mirror. It didn't slap as well as I thought, but it still was pretty good. Tanner, you tell me, was it awkward or, oh dude, we just got slapped on live TV too. How was it? And I tried to get everyone to clap, and they couldn't clap in rhythm. They kind of effed me up, bro.
Yeah, the rhythm was the thing that was thrown off. I think that was the most difficult part. I will say this: it looked like you were having a blast.
Thank you. All right, good. So, I'm going to give you the cheat code. With everything that you have going on, I wouldn't even worry about getting direct to seller. Like, there's so many guys like me and Miguel here that sell good deals. Now that we know you're a buyer, so just text me. We look at 50 deals a week, right? And if we kind of know what your buy box and criteria is, and then you understand that, and we can kind of help you shape that. If you know what your capacity is as far as how much capital you have, how much risk you're willing to take, we'll find you the deals. Because finding the deals is honestly like the hardest part. We'll find you great deals. Like I have a deal right now that I could get you for $459,000. It's worth $599. It needs about 60. We just haven't sent it out yet today. It's in Ahwatukee with a pool. It's a great deal. We don't have the capacity to take it on right now. We don't want to. So, but that's a good deal that I feel comfortable selling to a friend. So you don't have to go buy that house. I use that as an example of like the where are the deals. I wouldn't be knocking doors. If you said, hey, Temp, I have a deep desire to do the work as far as like getting direct to seller and wholesaling some contracts, just like our last call, I'd be telling you, get a batch account, pull data, have conversations. But you're working more than a full-time job right now and your true desire is to fix and flip. We'll find you deals, and there's other people in town that can find you good deals. Learn how to underwrite those deals really well. Learn how to get your contractor in to create a tight bid. Borrow hard money, which we have access to, and we can line you up with great hard money partners. And then, are you a licensed realtor?
I'm not. No.
Okay, so
I'm actually a mortgage advisor.
Oh, perfect. So then you know plenty of realtors. You were at 40 under 40. Get a great realtor to verify your numbers on the back end and say, hey, if I buy this house, what can you sell it for if it looked like this? If they confirm your numbers, well, then now it's just time to run the play. Borrow the hard money, renovate the home, and then let that realtor sell it.
I think Jem Montero is a great example of someone like that.
Yeah, do you know our friend Jem Montero?
I've heard of him.
Jem is a legend. Can we get some flames for Jem?
Yeah.
Can we get some flames for Jem or some money? He's one of our best friends from the Philippines, and he was working for an airline. Ends up shadowing me, we partner for a couple years. We still, we go to lunch every other week. But dude, this dude flips 5 to 6 homes at a time, makes tremendous money, and he's out of the rat race, right? Because he's just kind of learned that rhythm that you're talking about. He doesn't self-source his own deals. They all get referred to him, like through wholesalers or realtors, and he lives a really dope life. So I would run let's call that the Jem Montero model.
The Jem Montero
model. Can we get
model.
some Jesus on that? Can we get some Virgin Mary on that? Ooh, wait.
Cool.
So we'll sell you deals, and if it's not us, people like us, but we can find you the deals. We can line you up with the hard money. If you have the contractor and then the huevos to do the deal, then you're good.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Brother.
I love it. That was a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be.
Dude, it can be as complicated as you want. The model you're looking to run, you can go flip 12 to 15 homes a year, make 400 to 600 a year, and live a really dope life with low stress.
Yep.
Cool. All
awesome,
right.
man.
Thank
Dude,
you guys. I appreciate you guys doing this live. This is super helpful for a lot of people, I'm sure.
Dude, we
Appreciate you,
appreciate you. Appreciate you, man,
Yeah,
and be safe.
Awesome.
Okay, bye.
See you guys.
This is pretty.
God, I'm calling my dad. Whoops. That was a good. You guys, I love what we're gonna coin the Jem Montero model. He doesn't like wholesale deals or get direct to seller. He's understood how to create really great flips, like fix and flip product.
Mm-hmm.
He he underwrites them to go make, 40 to 80 grand a deal. And he has some that do a little bit bigger.
Yeah. And some that do a little bit smaller depending on the repair.
Yeah, but here's what he figured out. He put his name in the marketplace as I am an end buyer. I want to buy houses. So realtors and investors send him deals. He then underwrites those deals and takes the appropriate risk against the deals he likes. And then he goes and runs good construction projects, cute design, and he sells them and he makes great money.
And you know what's crazy? He does that one thing very well, and it's done it for a long time, and he crushes it.
Yeah, so I actually like that model. We've talked about it for years because
Yep.
we've fixed and flipped a lot of homes. And you could start to look at it just as like, what if we just did the one thing? For us, we get so much deal flow, it makes sense for us to take down some, to keep some as rentals, to wholesale some, to wholesale some. We kind of have a bevy of options, which is what we teach. But you can narrow it down to one thing and have a really simple life. I'll tell you this, a lot of realtors and investors, I think they scale. They scale so big and they're doing so many deals. And at the end of the day, what it takes to scale, you guys, is people and capital and leverage. They end up making like their own prison to a degree where, yeah, maybe they're getting some good distributions, but the dirty secret is they're probably not making that much more money. I'm a big believer in figure out your direct to seller model or your referral model. Go run 4 to 6 good deals a month, wholesale a couple of them, list a couple of them, flip a couple of them. You'll make $1 million a year. And
Invest that money into assets.
Invest that money into assets.
And retire fucking rich.
Yeah, you're done.
That's the recipe.
Can we get a money bomb? You guys, that's the recipe right there. You just got to decide, do you want to go direct to seller, which we can obviously teach you and help you, or do you want to run a referral model and then go run the projects? Or you could do both, like what we do.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back into, do we have any, Alex, do we have any questions come up in the chat that we didn't hit?
Can you put the little thing on the right here?
The ticker?
The ticker.
Do you have to run a wholesale deal through your broker if you're licensed, Arizona-based, if that makes a difference? You got to get with your own broker. We're at Real Brokerage, which we would love all of you guys to join us at. We have a wholesale addendum, and then it's a case-by-case basis. Just make sure you get with your broker on it, but you can or you cannot. Some brokers are completely against it. Some allow it if you do it the right way. I know for us at Real, we had to do an actual meeting with one of the executives to make sure we understood what we were doing. They gave us a personalized wholesale addendum. It's been great. So some brokers will tell you yes, some will tell you no. I'll tell you, if you're running stuff the right way, with disclosures, with a great title company and insurance, you should never have any issues. What was the ticker? Oh, I wanted to touch on I did a reel yesterday that didn't get the love that I thought it should, but that's all things in my life. I think I'm supposed to be like world famous because I think I'm
I mean, you have the talent.
Where's the following? It's starting.
It's starting. It's growing.
Guys, it's been really cool speaking
I
specifically
think your
to realtors.
last Instagram was about where you're at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been doing good.
You've been doing good. Hey,
Thank
can we
you.
get some purrs up for temp?
Pray up, dog. Pray up that gram keeps growing. Dude, pray up's our #1 used feature for sure today. Pray up's like our thing.
Hey, show them your
Okay.
tap.
Guys, praying hands, Virgin Mary. What would Jesus do? King
Twice.
King. Twice. You guys remember when the WWJD wristbands were cool because Mike Bibby would wear them?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to wear the wristband. I'm going to get it tatted. And I went to like the worst tattoo artist ever, and it's just like pretty janky, but
Hey.
now it's my style. Okay, so I had this reel where I talk about the SOI, and that stands for Sphere of Influence, and how you can go sell 50 homes a year by having fun. So let me elaborate on that. You guys, realtors, you're always wondering where leads are and where can I find deals. Well, guess what? No one's just going to come to you. You have to raise your hand and say, I'm a realtor. I'm excited about it. I want to help you. So the first thing that you guys should do is open your phone. And also remember, guys, our live call-in is still available right now.
You're damn right.
Yes. Jesus would send me his deals. Can we get some Virgin Marys? Dang, let's go. Where was it? Oh, open your phone and call every person in your phone. And I want you to say this. These people are in your phone for a reason. Some will know you. You'll have some awkward calls, or you'll have some good calls. Hey, Miguel. This is Templeton. How are you? Hey, I'm calling because I'm a licensed realtor. I'm so excited about what I'm doing. I'm freaking good at what I'm doing. and I want to be your realtor. Can I be your guy?
Of course.
Amazing. Here's what I need to know. What's your address? What's your email? What's your shoe size? What's your favorite restaurant? Right? I'm going to get this database of information. That's one call. Other calls are going to be like, dude, I don't remember you. And be like, okay, my bad. No worries. They hang up. Other people are going to be like, Temp, you know I'd love to use you, but my wife's a realtor. I'm going to be like, hey, my bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to step on toes. What we're trying to do is get everyone in our social media and on our phone to clearly say to us, yeah, you could be my person. So now I put them in a database and I'm tracking important dates. I know things about them. I know that they're a Padres fan. I know they're a Chargers fan. I know they're a Cardinals fan. I know they're a Diamondbacks fan. I know they have kids. And then I'm going to have a small budget as I start to earn income that I allocate towards a VIP program. Hey, it's Miguel and Cato's anniversary. I know they love Shimogamo. I'm going to, and if I send Miguel a gift card for $200 to Shimogamo, and I also know that he likes something dumb, probably.
Oh.
What's your favorite team, if you loved a team?
The Mavericks.
Oh, he likes the Dallas Mavericks. And a Dirk Nowitzki jersey comes. You guys, this dude is going to send me every real estate deal possible because the law of reciprocity is now weighing on him so heavy that he's going to be like, dude, I got to find Temp a deal. And the rule is that if you have 50 people in your VIP that you can love at that level and you run about $1,000 a month budget, once you can afford it, you should get about a deal per person.
For the entire year?
For the entire year.
Okay.
So 50 people
like
should
a
be 50 referrals.
Okay, got it.
Because if you're operating at that level and checking in on people and saying, hey, how was your anniversary? How are you? I just sent you a Dirk Nowitzki. By the way, do you have anyone that you know that I can help right now? You got to make those phone calls as well every month. You guys, some will send 0 and then they get kicked off the list. And I call them. I'll be like, hey, man, you're dangerously close to getting off my VIP list because you haven't sent me a referral in
2 years.
Yeah, in a year. What's going on? And it's joking and loving, but I'm like, hey, I need deals. So when you have that sort of energy, it's fun, it's light, you're gifting people, which is my love language. My love language is giving gifts. Some will send 0, some will send 3 or 4 deals.
Yeah, which equates to that 50 number.
So like Steven Kubion was just out here, you guys, from Baton Rouge, and we've been teaching him the investment side. He's crushing it. But this dude sells like 50 to 70 homes a year just off what I'm describing to you. He has a little bit of Zillow spend, has a little bit of PPC, and then now he's doing what we're teaching him with batch and direct to seller. He is crushing it. Anyway, this SOI VIP Top 50 is so underplayed. I wish you guys would all open your phone right now and do exactly what I'm telling you because it works and you're making it harder on yourself if you don't do this.
You know what's silly?
What's silly?
The amount of value we're dropping. Can we get fires?
Can we get fires? Tastes so good, make me want to slap your mama. Can you slap us?
Slap both of us.
Wow. Oh, God, value.
Dude, who's head honcho health?
Hey, head honcho health.
Who are you?
Because you are amazing.
I once showed up to pick Temp's kids up.
Oh, that's Brandon Dog Daddy.
Oh,
is
dude.
It? Oh my God. If that is Brandon, is that you? Freaking love Brandon.
Right.
He's trying to do a development out in Texas of tiny homes on like a natural piece of land where everyone's gonna. It's like a commune. I'm hoping everybody doesn't have to sleep with each other to live there.
Hey, prayers
we
up.
got another question?
Prayers up. That doesn't happen.
Prayers up. All right, if you're at the beginning stages of your investor career, what list would you pull first to start calling? I would call pre-foreclosure, like Miguel just called yesterday. That's super low-hanging fruit.
You gotta be good on the phones for pre-foreclosure, though.
Yeah, but if you're in Realtor Doctors, you're gonna know what to say.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We're gonna have you.
Come on, man.
You're gonna be a nurse practitioner in no time. Pre-foreclosure, absentee, high equity, and then
Tired landlords.
Tired landlord, and then they literally have a button you can like hit tired landlords, and they'll give you the right script. I would also call other realtors, and this is kind of getting played out because there's other education people out there that are saying, hey, call these realtors with some pitch. You guys, if you're calling realtors and you have a little bit of acumen behind you and you kind of have some understanding and you build rapport, and essentially all you're doing on that realtor call is like, hey, Miguel, I buy houses. I have a buyer that's looking. I'm looking, whatever language you want to use. We're a serious buyer. We'll perform. All I ask is that you send me deals and I'll give you a buy price same day. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Perfect. If you have 200 realtors sending you that, you're going to get deals.
Yep.
So I would call realtors and then the other ones that we just mentioned. Eddie, that's the Mexican Hulk, you guys.
Mexican Hulk.
All right, Mr. Smooth, I just caught last 15 minutes, but Miguel and Temp stay dropping nuggets, facts. Can we get some fire? Let's definitely run this back. Thanks for knowledge,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Always sharpening the axe. Eddie, Mexican Hulk, you know we
appreciate
love
you.
you. No
You're always
mames.
sharpening those biceps too. Jesus.
Dude, no, he's got big pectoralis majors.
Oh yeah,
What?
and lats.
Guys, check this out. Hold on, let me get in the right frame. Oh, my shirt's too white. Guys, I've been doing so many freaking push-ups. Seriously. And these ones. Can I get a full frame? Squeeze. Okay, sorry. I think we have 9 minutes left.
9 minutes left.
Any more
Guys,
calls?
show us some love in the comments. Put fires, ones, or I don't know what the producer told us to put there, but we got to get engagement from you guys.
Can we get the last thing on the to-do
I
list
think
today?
we already did all the tickers.
No, we went over the 1 mile niche approach.
Oh,
Can I talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
Okay. 1 square mile. You guys, if you're in a major market, there's people spending a gajillion dollars and they're having like an omnipresence throughout the valley.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you compete against that? You go into the neighborhood that you love, that you know, that you like, that you can comp a house just off the top of your head because you know what it is. And I think we touched on this last week, but you guys, you can go own every bus stop in a square mile. You could have Instagram ads and meta ads running to it. You could
Billboards.
have one billboard, and you can have a VA and yourself calling.
Direct mail.
You could have niche mail. You could have 7 or 8 touches to a square mile where within 6 months, no one thinks about anyone but you because you became omnipresent in your 1 square mile niche. I would highly encourage you to live in that square mile so that way when the phone rings and you have an appointment, it's like, oh, Bill, nice to meet you. I actually live right down the street. Let me put my dog Charlie on a leash and we're going to walk down and make friends with you. We'll talk about your house. Maybe you don't bring your dog. Maybe Bill's not a dog guy. Anyway, Head Honcho says the Bobby lead method. Ooh, we got a call. We're going to get back to the 1 niche mile. Let's see what's going on.
Letitia.
Realtor Doctors.
Hey, what's up, man? This is the Mexican Hold.
Oh,
Eddie!
Eddie, ¿qué
It's that
onda?
Letitia and the...
¿Qué onda? No
¿Qué onda,
mames.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I just want to drop in and show some love really quick and just say I appreciate you guys doing this, man. Miguel, you guys are awesome.
Well, thank
Dude,
you,
we
man.
appreciate
Appreciate
you.
it.
Eddie, you crush, bro. What's working for you in the market right now?
You know what, man? I'm actually taking your advice. I don't know if you saw my last post.
I
I've
saw
actually been kind of engaging more, and letting people know, hey, I'm your guy, not just in real estate traditional, but I'm also here to buy. I'm taking a little bit
Love
of
it.
Jem Montero's approach, and I'm getting some cold leads, but it's the leads that turn into deals right now, man, and that's what we're doing. Got a deal closing today in Maricopa.
Congrats! Oh, can we get a hot deal alert? He's got one closing. Congrats! You got flames on the screen for you.
Can we
right
drop
now.
some money?
Man.
Can we drop some money? Oh, you got money falling on you. Okay, so
One question I wanted to run by you guys, man. So
What do you got?
now I feel like I kind of feel like I've spread myself thin because I got one in Rio Verde, obviously in escrow. I got the one in Maricopa that just closed. I'm still trying to figure out the niche here in Central Phoenix. Obviously trying to give Bobby Lee a run for his money eventually.
I like
I know
it.
you're talking about the 1 mile radius, but when you're doing a mailer campaign, are you guys doing specific mailers? Like, what type of messages are you guys offering, and how consistent are you guys dropping these mailers? Because you and I both know these things add up really quickly.
So that's a great question, you guys. So this actually keeps us on the 1 niche mile task that we were just on. I would go super
I didn't even know
niche.
you were just on it. My fault.
No, this is perfect, dude. You're like, you know,
Perfect timing.
telepatia. Dude, you knew what we were thinking. Doesn't that mean telepathic?
There we
Yeah.
go.
There we go.
Telepathic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
dude. Mi español más o menos.
That's pretty good.
Anyway, dude, niche down super tight. So, like, if you like Central Phoenix?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Central Phoenix right now. I'm right across the street
Do
from
you live in
Coronado
Central
Historic
Phoenix?
District.
Oh, you're right across the street from Coronado?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, then
Are you in Garfield, just south, or where are you?
No, I'm right on 16th and Palm Lane, man. So I'm like right across the street. Unfortunately, I don't get the invite to the barbecue, but we're making our way down there.
I like it. Okay, so I would go after Coronado. And what I would do is I would drive it. I would do 2 different mailers and be super niche. My first mailer would be, this is Eddie, the Mexican Hulk, and I am the greatest freaking Coronado Historic District realtor ever, right? And I'm talking about, these are the cheesy, like, simple call to actions. Want to know what your home's worth, just sold, like I'm your, like, the classic I'm your realtor ones, like where you're like kind of like in a suit with some stats next to it around Coronado, and you pull everything that just sold. Like it's like a just sold postcard. And we own a title company. We can get you with our rep, and she could take care of you on this if that's something you're looking to do. She's amazing.
Oh, definitely, man.
All right, so we're gonna get you with Lisa on that. Lisa and Marky, they're incredible. All we ask is that we get your escrows. Okay, but anyway, so we could get you niche down on that blanket mail, which you could do like every door direct, or you could send, how would you say, 300 to 500 homes in Coronado?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be that much. But then I would send a second mailer where I would go drive all of Coronado, and I'd find the distressed houses, and I'd send a piece of cash mail like, hey, this is Eddie the Mexican Hulk. I buy houses cash in Coronado. I want to buy yours. Some sort of call to action like that. So, but you don't want to send those to everybody, because if it's a beautiful house, you don't want to have a cash call to action. But you're niching down on a small enough little pocket that you could go drive that, make a distressed list that'll probably end up being 50 homes.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Maybe 50 to 100. And dude, if you just work that list and then the other thing, Eddie, is you got to keep your eye on that market. Like you got to know what's available,
what's
what
selling.
traded. If something sells and it was on your distress list, well then we got to take it off, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So this, and then get with the city. Is there some bus signs that run through there? Is there any sort of like inexpensive billboard somewhere? Is there other open houses you can take from other people and just say, hey, I want to sit it, and now you're meeting the neighbors.
Yep.
And then ultimate gangster is go knock the neighborhood. Introduce yourself. Hey guys.
Door hangers.
Door hanger, and then take door hangers with you. So if they knock and answer, nice to meet you guys. Would you entertain a cash offer on your house? Great. If not, then you present the menu of options. If they're not there, you put a hanger on. Like that's just hustle muscle, and that's probably your 20 minutes of cardio every day while you lean up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I like it. The hustle muscle. Look at that. I like it.
Does that make sense though? Like, dude, if what it's gonna feel like, and I'm speaking to everyone out there, when you niche down to such a small submarket, it'll feel like you're alienating everyone else that might not buy in there. Dude, they're gonna see you hustling and becoming the expert there, and they're still gonna call you when they have a North Phoenix house or a Chandler house. They just want to know that they're working with like an industry expert.
Yeah. And so pretty much like everything Temp said, summarized, figure out ways to stay top of mind to wherever you want to target. Summarize, figure out ways to stay top of mind for that little pocket.
And then Eddie, use a batch account and call the neighborhood as well.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
call I mean, that's like the most inexpensive.
But if you're calling, mailing,
If you're calling,
made ads,
mailing, and knocking, and Meta or Instagram ads, dude, they're going to be like within 6 months, they're going to be like,
oh, this is the Mexican Hulk.
yeah, is that Lou Ferrigno?
Love it.
Brother, man, we appreciate you.
I definitely took some notes, and yeah, we'll keep these deals coming, and hopefully we'll get a deal soon, man. Let's get one in Q2. It's already manifested.
All right.
Eddie,
Appreciate
thank
you,
you,
Eddie,
brother.
man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Guys,
Couple more questions you guys want to burn through?
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's burn
what
through 'em real
questions
quick. Can I get those two book recommendations? It was The Compound Effect, Eric, and The One Thing by Gary Keller.
we need to have a Realtor Doctor like book club, dude. We
Oh, yeah.
read like, I would say I read and I listen to a book a week, because if we're in the car, if we're in the gym, I'm always listening to a book. Another great book right now, you guys, would be Jim Rohn's The Art of Exceptional Living. Super easy read, but it just puts you in the right mind frame, and you go get dialed in. All right, what else we got?
I think that's...
Where will these
Oh.
recorded calls be?
Some will be, just some will be in the free Facebook group, Realtor Doctors. We can put the link in the comments. And then the others will be inside of Realtor Doctors, the
paid
course, the paid course. Yeah.
Just to give people an idea, so we have a free Facebook group, our Instagram and socials, this show. We're trying to deliver as much value as we humanly can, but we will have a paid course coming out in 2 weeks that you can get into a private membership, and it's a lot more hand holding and more to it, helping you get there. How much is Realtor Doctors? It's 10 grand. So we have financing available to try to make it more affordable, but also, guys, we wanted to price it to a spot. Like, we know if you go do the right things, like Spencer, he's 4 months in, he's made like over 6 figures doing what we taught him. Steven's about at around 70 grand doing what we taught him. This works. But also, I got to sleep well at night. If you don't have 10 grand to pour into this, just keep plugging into the free stuff.
Yeah.
And we are going to help you the best we can. And if you go get a deal that we help you with, take a portion of that money and buy it. But like, don't bet your last dollar. I know this works, but I don't want that on my conscience.
Me neither.
Like, let us help you for free. We're going to do everything we can. And when you feel ready for the paid course, there it is.
Yeah.
But
Plug into that Facebook group. That Facebook group is
the
insane.
Facebook group is like, we've been pouring value.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to help you just
Almost 600 members. Help us out. Make sure you share this program with other realtors. You share the Facebook group with other realtors. Let's get that to 1,000. Let's do a giveaway.
What
realtors.
kind of giveaway do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's think about it.
Well, like right now, are you trying to decide?
No.
Okay, we're going to do a giveaway, but we got to think about it some. Temp doesn't do a peck dance. He just flexes his hustle muscle. Big facts. Can we get some flames? You guys, this has been fun. It's no easy feat to put on a production like this. So if you liked it, can you guys share it? Can you guys subscribe? Do all the stuff that supports
Join the
us.
group.
That's all.
Subscribe to Batch TV. Subscribe to guys. I don't think we get enough credit this show, but Batch Leads, Batch TV. Make sure you are plugged in with that community as well. They're gonna help you whether you buy Realtor Doctors or not. They're still gonna help you so much in your business, and they have account representatives for each batch account that you sign up for.
Yeah, so as you get into stuff, I think with software, it's hard, you guys, is like you're going to run into some issues or like you're going to be confused on how to use it. They have account reps that walk you through everything. And yeah, we're in the Batch studio, and yes, they're amazing partners of ours. The reason why we teach Batch and why we talk about it so much, you guys, is because it's what we use. It's like literally what we use in our business, so it's just super congruent to teach to. But like, follow, subscribe. We appreciate you. We love you. Could we get some Virgin Marys to fall down one last time as we go? Mikey, great job today.
Great job, Tempe.
Love you.
Love you.
Love y'all. Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.
Thank you for being here.